So far, the European tour has been great. The shows have been a lot of fun. The turnouts have been really positive, and it's all been special. The whole experience has been special. It's been really good.
You have often mentioned your punk rock roots. Has punk influenced your life more than just musically?
That's a good question. Well, punk was a big influence on me as a person, for sure. I mean, I had an interest in music before I discovered punk rock, but punk rock was what I really was raised on as far as becoming the person that I am today. And it was where I discovered that I could maybe be a musician, was through punk rock. I mean, it was an exciting time for me, and I enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I was introduced to punk rock at a young age.
You are releasing your albums yourself through your own label. Is that also from your punk rock roots?
Yeah, I would say so, absolutely. I've been an independent artist for almost 10 years now as a solo artist, and it's all independent, and I enjoy it. It's hard at times, but it's rewarding, you know.
What made you choose Ethan Allen to produce your new album, and did he play a big part in creating the sound?
Well, Ethan and I have been friends for a while now, and we always talked about making a record together. And then one morning I just woke up and finally said, you know what, let's do it. I gave him a call, and he had a very big part in the making of this record. He's great at what he does. He's a great producer, a great engineer. He's a pleasure to be around, and that all added up makes for a good recording experience. And when you have a good recording experience, generally the record is enjoyable to listen to, for me at least. I love music, and I love performing, and I love making records. And I'm an artist. I was an artist before I was a musician, so it's a form of self-expression, which is important to me. I have to express myself and blow off some steam.
Do you enjoy any, mind-expanding substances?
There's a time and a place to expand the mind, I suppose. Yeah. I don't particularly, participate like I did when I was younger, but yeah, every once in a while it's fun to.
Yeah. So did that kind of stuff have a big part in the early stoner rock scene?
Indirectly. I mean, growing up in the desert, we all smoked a lot of marijuana. Whether you were in a band or not, it wasn't really had much to do with being in a band. Yeah. It was just something we did. But I have a feeling it did have an impact on us as people and as musicians,
Yeah. Are you tired of people still asking you questions about Kyuss?
It depends on my mood, but generally, Kyuss was a great band, and I'm proud to have been part of it, and I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now had it not been for Kyuss. So I have a lot of respect for what Kyuss was, and I understand. There's times that I might not have the patience to want to go into it, but I understand the intrigue, and I understand people's curiosity about it.
You have said that it just wasn't so fun anymore.
I think the fun got, a lot of it got sucked up into the business side of the band. We were all very young, and I didn't understand the ins and outs of the business, and I just felt that I was very protective, and I was very idealistic, and I had my own, in my head I had my own concept of what Kyuss was and could be and should be and would be. Yeah. And I just at one point got the feeling that it wasn't our band anymore. It was starting to be influenced by outside sources, and I just felt that it wasn't fun anymore, and then I felt that the integrity of it was starting to wane. So I decided to step out.
Yeah. So what's your opinion on MP3s and piracy?
Well, at least people get to hear the music, I mean, you make art, it's about communication. It's about making stuff that people can hear or see or or experience, and if I'd rather them steal it than not ever hear it ever. But at the same time, you know, as people understand that if artists aren't compensated for their hard work, then they won't be able to create their level of art for long. So, you know, it goes both ways, you know. Playing live music, I mean, I love to play live. That's how I was born a musician, was playing live. And yeah, it's all about exchanging of energies with the crowd. Some nights it's a Monday night and the crowd's, you know, a little tired from the weekend, and that's okay. That's the vibe of the night, and you know, it can't be Saturday night every night. But then of course there are those weekend nights where everyone's having a good time, the energy's a little higher, and then we'll adapt to that, you know. But it's you know, when you're a touring musician, you just have to know that every night's different. And I like that, though. I enjoy that. It keeps it fresh, spontaneous.
Any words you want to say to your Finnish audience?
Yeah, thanks so much for coming out to the shows, and I'm excited to be here, and I'm still here, but I can't wait to come back.
Yeah. So, thanks.
Thank you. Try not to let other people get you down, man.